We're live!
Hey, welcome to One Side of the Coin. I'm Steveo the Gamer. We're down here at Heads or Tails Gaming. And with me, as always, is my daughter, MackAttack.
Hi.
And my good buddy, Will Kemp.
Hey, everybody. Sorry.
That's okay. So today we're going to be discussing Genesis Battle of Champions. We're going to be talking about the retailer slash competitive player collector's point of view of the game right now, presently. So just a little bit about us. We've been carrying Genesis for quite some time now, since 2017, when the game first came out. It's been in production for 5 years now, and it's pretty much taking off. So Will here, he's a highly competitive player. He's also a part of the Future League, which is a group that more or less play tests the cards before they come into print. So do you want to give us a little bit of explanation about that, Will?
Yeah, so Future League, we test cards and we test concepts before they get printed, in case, with our goal to try to not have things come out that end up being broken. So we do a lot of testing. We're always looking for more testers, and it's a really cool thing to be a part of with the card game as it develops and as it grows, and having a say in trying to help develop good strategic competitive gameplay.
Yeah, exactly. So Will did participate in the last championship prior to COVID. However, we didn't get to face each other, which I would say right now he's probably the number one contender to take over my position, as I am the 2019 Genesis champion. And he's definitely gunning for it, and I definitely think he has a really good chance at it. But I originally was a member of the Future League. I decided to back out of the Future League from my own personal competitive standpoint, because I wanted to be on the same level as newer players coming into the game. So personally, myself, it's my own opinion, and that's what One Side of the Coin is all about. I think that being a member of the Future League has a tendency to give you a bit of advantage, but maybe not so much from the way Sid was explaining it to me, as far as other players that are not part of the Future League. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, you do know what's coming down the pipeline ahead of people, but one of the parts of this game is that with the no limit or no restrictions to the deck, you still need to actually get all those cards. Right? We're not proxying cards into a championship, so either you have to become available, or you have to be able to get lucky and get enough of the cards that you want. One of the downsides with COVID and having to go online is that people have gotten used to playing with unlimited number of cards through TTS, because you just drag and drop as many cards as you want in the deck.
Yeah, it's basically a program. Right?
It's basically a program. But the big switch now is that when you go to your physical cards, you may not have X number of cards to fit into this digital deck, right? Cabusses, bolt shots, right? Angels. And now it's like, okay, how do we adjust to what we physically have and still make it competitive deck?
Yeah, exactly. So MackAttack here, she's more of a casual player when it comes to Genesis. Doesn't take it as serious, but she still helps us out a little bit with practicing and playing our decks and that. So as a casual player, though, Mackenzie, what do you think of the game?
It's really, really fun. I think it's more fun to just play as a casual player, so you're not like really, really into the game like every time you play like some other people.
That's fair. That's
and
fair.
can play for fun and just have a good time playing the game, right?
Yeah, and that's what I've always told you. Playing any TCG, it's like that's the main number one thing is always have fun, right? So I know Will and I take it to the extreme as far as being competitive. So he actually beat me 2 games in a row, so I think I'm a little bit rusty. I need to brush up a little bit. Yeah.
How salty did you get?
I wasn't.
There was no one around. He was solid. No, we've moved past the salt of each other, and now it's just good sportsmanship.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So I mean, we help each other out as far as different ideas and how to improve our timelines and playing the game. Right. So I mean, when it gets down to when we actually have to face each other in the championship, and I would assume that would be hopefully this year. This year, yeah, exactly. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that Haunted Castle Gaming's Sid will be running a championship this year, and we'll definitely take it a little bit serious then, right? A little bit more serious. So, but anyway, we're going to talk about some collectibles as far as Genesis. So this game has only been in production for 5 years, like I had said. However, it is starting to blow up. So I was talking to Sid. We had a brief conversation today. So apparently, it's over in Europe right now, and he was saying that there's a community in Germany that is just taking this game and blowing it. So
wow. That's really cool.
Easily a 60-player community is amazing, right? To have this game progressing, and it's all over the States as well. From what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing online, there's a lot of videos about Genesis out right now. So, when this game first came out with Alpha sealed box right here, there was only 13 boxes made ever printed of Alpha. Now, I know there are some pre-Alpha boosters out there, but I think he was telling me today there's only one left in existence, which we will probably never see. We will never see it. So, I mean...
now, these packs are pretty cool, right? Because in Alpha, they were 18 cards per pack, and they hadn't quite sort of figured out what rarities of certain cards were. So in Beta, there was more rares in Beta than there were in Alpha. And in Alpha, some of our big-name cards, basically the Giant Scorpion, which is a fantastic card, was an uncommon. So in some of these packs, you could open a Giant Scorpion and a rare. And that was, I mean, there's just some
phenomenal
fun packs to open.
Well, I mean, like back then at Alpha, we didn't really know, right?
Right.
See, like how good the Scorpion was, in which it eventually, going into Beta, ended up becoming a rare because of how good the card was. So, I mean, in a lot of TCGs, you do see rarity bumps, whether they're going up or down, right? So, I mean...
Didn't your dad steal your Alpha Angel?
Nope. Alpha Angel. First Alpha pack that I ever opened, and I pulled the Angel of Retribution, and he pulled it out of my hands and ran. Ran with it.
She did get... This is mine. She did get her Angel back. So,
where's mine?
It's stashed away.
Good.
But yeah, so it's like one of the highly sought after cards for Alpha is the Alpha Angel.
It's a good thing he got his own. He didn't have to take mine.
And like with Will and I, we do a lot of trading back and forth when it comes to our collections, which we're going to get to a little bit later. So I gave Will another Alpha Angel that I had acquired as a Christmas gift. I mean,
yeah, that was really special. And at that point, we didn't know where the game was going, but
right.
But at the same time, really appreciate. Well, I really appreciate just how we bounce off each other and sort of help each other build up those collections.
It's hard to get cards.
It's hard to get cards,
exactly.
right?
So I mean, recently also too, I found out like even Beta is starting to climb immensely. Will had informed me that I guess a sealed Beta box had gone for $600 on eBay. Canadian, yeah. So I mean, we really don't know, or we can't really justify if this is legit or whatnot. But if it's showing that it was sold, which just goes to show you how much this game is wanted, right?
I think the key is with the new markets that are coming in, we have 13 printed boxes, no more. Yep. And I think Assad told me that there was 560 beta boxes.
Beta, yeah.
Right, which is not a lot, especially when you think of it's been 3-4 years since those have been printed.
Yeah.
And now we have a whole bunch of new markets coming in, wanting to get at their hands and stuff. Scarcity in this game is not manufactured; it's just a reality.
Yeah.
Just because it was so small to begin with, and they've grown small increments. That's their whole plan. The scarcity of the original prints is now actual and real. So there's real scarcity in this game for the older stuff.
For the older stuff,
yeah.
So, I mean, with we got J2 coming out, Jalara 2nd Edition, which is more or less combining Alpha, Beta, Welcome to Jalara, and Rays all into one set. Just giving new players that are coming into the game a better opportunity to get the cards that they need because of the amount needed. With having 2 rares in every single pack.
Some rarity changes to help get those, some of those rare cards that didn't feel great at rare, and you needed sort of an uncommon amount of them, right? So,
Yep.
And now it's easier to get Kabas.
Kabas, right?
Kabas was
Yeah,
one
Kabas
of
is
them,
so much easier to get now.
Because is this one here? Yeah, because in Welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Welcome to Jay. Kabas was printed as a rare, and it's like, to me, one of the greatest cards in the game. I mean, but we found out that actually they did, right? And with even with the Future League helping out, finding out that Kabas is needed in like mass quantities, right? So having it as a rare, and like I was opening oodles of boxes and not even getting one in a sealed box, right? It was very difficult to acquire the amount of Kabas that I need to build my timeline. So a side note from that, I mean, if you wanted to learn a little bit more about deck construction and how the game actually works to get up to par to what we're talking about, visit www.genesisbattleofchampions.com. It has all the information and everything you'll need to know.
Yep. Right.
So back to talking about scarcity of this game. So
What do we got here, Steve?
so basically, it's just a sealed box of Welcome to J. Lara. So all of this stuff is now out of print with J2 coming up. The Alpha box, which I already showed. I do have a sealed box of Rays in front of me.
Sealed Beta.
A sealed box of Beta.
What is this?
Okay, this here was an Alpha set that Sid had made for all of his friends and family that actually helped out with the game. So I was one of the first stores to actually start promoting Genesis. And we just tried to grow it as much as possible. And he had actually made 30 of these and gave them out. So there's only 30 of these in existence right now. But it has one of every single card from Alpha inside the box. So I obviously kept mine sealed. I do know of some people that did open theirs just to get specific cards out of it for decks and whatnot. But I'm very passionate about this game. I did not want this to be touched, so I did seal it. What MackAttack's holding up there and myself, these are one player starter decks. I'm holding Nubia.
We're
So
gonna swap it.
yeah, she's a big Nubia thing. Yeah, give me this.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Okay, so inside these, which they're fully sealed, you get two champions and enough cards to build a timeline based off of this one's for Idris and Malik, and that one I believe is Nubia and Raha. And these I actually fought with somebody for like
the last auction. Yeah,
he did an online auction the year that we couldn't have the championship, so he decided to still run an online auction. And I sat for like so long trying to fight for these, and yeah, I don't even know if I should say how much I paid for these. Like
that's up to
Maybe
Yeah.
not.
So $6.
trying to run a business here, folks.
Yes.
Wait, you mean you paid $6 for these?
No.
Oh, okay,
I
just
didn't-
checking to make sure.
No, these I think if I recall correctly, and it was somewhere around $130. Just
All
I
right.
bid
You
it
got both.
to find 130
Each.
each.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Just had to clarify in case someone heard the stream that you said $6 and then come in
No.
the store expecting one for that.
So I think
It's been a
with
year and a
these,
bit since those, right? So that's,
it's been quite well. These are 2017. These are Alpha one
and they're
player.
Alpha.
Yeah.
This is
Um,
50. Oh, wait, no, that's.
And there's only 20 of these, 20 of each of these in print, I believe.
2017. That's
Yeah.
first edition.
These are first edition. Yeah.
People are wondering when
No.
2017 matters.
You did.
Then we have the two starter or two player sets. These are both two players.
Yeah. They are both two-player starter
Oh,
decks.
sorry, you have something else here. What's this?
Yeah.
Oh,
So this
Oni.
the very first demo deck that Haunted Castle ever produced. It's based off a champion that we do not see in the game anymore. Based off of one affiliation of Primos only. So her name was Ani. Because she is only with one affiliation and not two, I don't think we'll ever see her as a competitive champion in the game. However, it was more or less built, put together for just to demo the game and explain how the game works.
It does bring up an interesting topic, though. I think as our game grows and as the amount of cards for each color grows, it's not out of possible. It's possible that we could see a monocolor champion.
Monocolor champion.
Once there's enough cards to sort of
I
support
think
it.
it'd be more like a god. let's make them
yeah,
gods
right.
for the
Something,
cities, right? Like,
something like that, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it was a very small deck. It was just more or less, we used them to just show people how the mechanics of the game worked, right? So
Yeah.
look at that cardboard packaging. That's some
yeah, it was a little
future.
kind of like, well, you know, we all know that Sid really likes playing cards, right? So it's like more or less like a playing card style packaging wrapped up, but yeah, I'll take that back. No, I'm very particular about my collection. Yeah, so I mean, I was able to keep. I think I might have 2 or 3 of these still sealed, packaged up. But then we get into the 2-player sets now.
Yeah.
I'll lift this one up. So this one here is the. This one here is a first edition, I believe, because it doesn't have the QR mark on the back. So the second printings of them had a QR code, I believe. Sid may correct me on it, so I'm pretty sure this one's the first edition, but it doesn't. So basically, it came with a hard board rather than a paper fold-out mat or the new neoprene mats that we have for the game, which was really cool because I still play on the cardboard mat a lot. I really like it, just the look of it. But these, there was like no rares in it or anything of that nature. It was just more or less a box you could pick up just to start the game out. Which also, too, for beta is the same thing. 2-player starter kit gives you enough cards to build 2 timelines that you can play with your friends as well. So the good thing about the beta ones is did he not put booster packs in
2
this?
booster packs.
Yeah, you got 2 booster packs of beta as well in it, plus the Exert tokens.
The Exert tokens in this were little gems.
Little
I still
tiny
have mine.
gems. Yeah, we still got quite a few of those floating around as well.
And some of the Exert tokens that came with a few of the things, there were like little circle paper things.
Yeah,
with
the
logo
little
on it.
Yeah, the little pop-out things or whatever. Yeah,
The Genesis
we're
logo.
in
Yeah,
the,
I see those.
They had the
I'm
little
still half
Genesis
of those.
logo on like the hunting. Still one of our favorite cards from back in the day. But yeah, so basically, I do have some loose packs of Alpha kicking around, but the foil on them was starting to get a little rough because of the packaging. So I've kind of sealed those up and stashed them away for the time being because, yeah, those will never get touched again. It's just due to the scarcity of them. And I know that he did have a booster, pre-alpha booster, which was in a cardboard box, which, from what I understand, there's only 1 left in existence that hasn't been opened, which we will probably never, ever see. I mean, probably put your kids through college with that.
We'll see.
I know I already had mentioned it to Sid. It's like, yeah, it's his sister. I think.
Oh, his sister. Yeah.
Your sister-in-law. That would say. It's like, yeah. What I would do to get a hand on one of those.
So you were the first store, right, Steve? Like
one of the first stores, yes. So I think he had demoed it at a couple of stores in Toronto, and then I think Forbes in Cambridge as well was introduced to it.
So would you have sold all of these products at one point?
I did. Well, minus the collection
minus
box.
the collection box, yeah.
These starter decks, I did not sell.
You did not sell those, but did you have Alpha booster packs?
I did have Alpha on the shelf when it first came out.
Yeah.
However, because we were trying to promote it so much, and we didn't get that many players initially,
yeah.
right? So I mean, once beta did hit, it was more or less like, okay, we were pushing the beta out the door more so than the alpha, right? And then because of my passion for the game and wanting to into that alpha, right?
Yeah.
However, initially, I didn't get this alpha sealed box until the championship. It was given up at an auction at that championship. It was the auction one. I had the highest bid on it because I did not have a sealed box. I had to have it, right? So it's just,
most of these items, other than a few of them, have sort of been part of like your store as well, right? So
yes.
From a store, a retailer, you've been able to sort of see this game develop and you can see products.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, like the 2-player starter kits were easier to push out, right? Just for introductory because of the price point when it first started. But I mean, we were selling them for like $60 to start with for a 2-player set. Now, from what I'm understanding, we're going for what?
2 players?
The alpha 2 players. Like,
I think the alphas are, well, they have been going for over $100.
Over $100 already.
But everything has sort of steadily started to increase since then. So Really, it's whoever puts them up at this point and whatever price they kind of want to put it up at, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing you cannot get other than right now. Welcome to Jalara and Rays. I don't think you can get any of these other items.
Actually, I heard Welcome is unless
Welcome starting
another
to disappear
retailer
too.
has them, it's no longer in print. Right?
It's no longer in print,
No longer in print.
but whatever's left in stores is sort of what's there, right?
Is
I know
what's left. Yeah.
today we had someone announce that there was a beta on the store, and then about 20 minutes later, all the beta was gone.
It was gone. Yeah.
Right?
Did you
So-
not hear? Was it you that was telling me about beta was going for like 600?
So there's
On
prices
eBay.
on eBay. So secondary market prices are starting to climb up. Stores that are aware are starting to adjust their prices too. But yeah, these things are starting to climb, and it's just a matter of time. But having said that, Jalara's second edition is really great if you're trying to get into the game. If you're not so much a collector, but you really want to play, that is your best bang for your buck.
Yes, yeah. Especially if you're a new player wanting to learn. 2 rares every single pack, and this set will also have foils, right?
Foil, which is another collector.
Which is another thing. So it's going to be.
So from my perspective, right, as a player, like I know I can get the cards I need to play with, but as a collector, what I really like is that, there are options where I don't have to play with my collection.
Right.
Right. I don't have to play with the card that I want to hold on to and try to, because I've sought after it or I've tried to go to different places to find these cards. If you're getting into Genesis right now, there is product out there. It's just going to take some time to try to find it.
Well, it's like any other TCG, though, right?
Right.
I mean, you're not going to get every single card you want for, say, Magic or in every
Exactly.
single booster you buy. So, I mean, it does take time.
And I think so your alphas and your betas are going to be really hard for the rares, and then you have your epics in the later sets, which are the full arts. Those don't show up as often. You have the promos, which are really for a lot of the promos come in through either by store or by Patreon subscriptions. And then now we have foils, and foils are 1 in 17 per pack.
Per pack, yeah.
And you're getting 24 packs per box. So there is collectability in this game. It's just, again, Haunted Castle Gaming really wants to be played.
Played, yes.
Right?
more
And he
so.
said
I
that
mean,
so many times on his streams, right? He wants the game to be played, but there is collectability if you're into that.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I've already started crying knowing that it's going to be so difficult to get like a full set of foils, right?
Foils,
So, I
right.
mean,
It's
it's
so
going to be hard. But that's where the whole, it's a trading card game,
Right.
basically. So it's like trading, helping each other out to get those cards that you need for your sets. I mean, for us higher-end collectors, aiming for that is a little bit more challenging for us right now. But, I mean, essentially for the game to be played, 2 rares in every pack,
That's really good.
it's amazing, right? It's absolutely great. So,
So would you say you have the most sealed product? Do you think you're the one that has the most collected of sealed boxes that you know of?
that I know of, as far as from what I'm understanding, I have the most sealed alpha. Probably, maybe at this point, the most sealed beta as well. Yeah.
Now going back to the foils, what do you guys think of them?
Oh my god, absolutely amazing.
I haven't
like
opened
we
up
did-
one yet, so.
You haven't opened up one?
But I know
Let me
you've
find
opened
out.
a few from your box opening, right?
Yes. This is one. Nope, that's really
Oh boy, let's try to figure out which binder. to
binder.
use now.
Yeah, I got so many of them now. So yeah, I've between my Patreon and the box opening that we did, I only got 4 foil. I'll take it out. I know.
Fingerprints. Where's the gloves?
yeah. So yeah, these foils are absolutely incredible, amazing. These foils. So it goes right straight through the whole card, right? I think they're awesome.
We've never had it, so I mean,
Yeah,
it's, I know if you were a Patreon member, there were some foils that were coming to Patreon the Champions.
Yes.
They had a bit of an extra layer on top of them. They seem to be really dark. These ones are bright and crisp. Rainbow foil.
Yeah. So the here's an example of the Patreon one. I'll use a Coon here. Take obviously because of the glare. So yeah, these are absolutely gorgeous. So they were given out to us in the Patreons as well.
Yeah.
And also to the anniversary package.
Anniversary
that
package
we
had some as well.
did last year during COVID. So which we also got.
So I know for me,
Just the plain art cards that were foiled as well. That was for the anniversary.
yeah. So I know for me, I don't have any sealed product.
Right.
Because again, that's
sucks.
I just can't. I can't hold on to sealed product. That's just who I am. I need to crack it open. I need to play with it. I need to see what's inside. So I haven't been able to get a hold or hold on to any sealed product. I should
I know
say.
that itch, right?
But for me as a player, like I like having.
Dude, I can't sleep at night knowing this is sealed. Dude. It kills me. It's like,
Well, we can open it up.
No! We're not opening that at all. Never.
But no, for me, I like
Yeah.
to have that series or that full set, right? So like I have my binder down here.
Nice.
It's got one of each card, right? Kind of goes through and then printed. And that's sort of like, I don't play with those, I don't touch those, right?
Okay.
You've got these, you don't open them, right? And you've got your
Right.
binders. What's this green binder?
So this is my, outside of the box set, I have a full collection of Alpha. This is one of every single card printed in Alpha, and then I have a few extra Alphas, some of my favorite cards in the back. We're still pulling decks apart, finding
Alpha
Alphas.
cards in them, right?
Alphas in them, yeah. It's like
Crazy.
it's unbelievable how many Alpha cards that we had acquired back when the game first started. That we're still finding them inside some of the decks. Right?
Do you have
But-
Assassin's Creed in there?
Essence Drain, yes. Why the Essence Drain?
Because I love that card.
Oh, you just love the card.
Yeah, love that artwork.
That's Chaos. Right?
Just pass it.
Yeah, I think it passed in there. Top corner.
What I think is really cool about Essence Drain is that's core.
Yes.
In Alpha and Beta before he came out in Rays.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was just like some random like.
Well, that's one
monster.
thing too about Haunted Castlevania. They like to put Easter eggs on their cards
Yeah.
in their artwork, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, there's so much storyline behind the art and the artwork, and yeah, it's just you can't get enough listening to Sid when he's talking about it, right, and telling us the different stories behind each and every card in the artwork. So I mean, the artists working for this game is like totally incredible. I think.
So there's so many good artists in this.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got your sealed product.
Yes.
And how many binders do we have here, Steve?
Well, I'll just
Where do we
A
begin?
lot.
Where do I
It's got
begin?
a lot.
So for my collection, this binder here is just one of every single card of Rays, full set, including starter cards, etc. And that's it for that binder. It's for Rays, and I believe this one here is J. Lara. So it's one of every single card from Jay.
No.
And I believe this in the back is Beta.
Oh, there's Beta. Okay. Yeah.
One of every single card for Beta. That's back to Jay. So, even including the all the starter cards, the information cards, all the auras. When we used to use auras, we now
Auras, yeah.
mostly use
Auras are part of the set, so if you are collecting in Alpha and Beta, the auras are numbered
They are
inside
numbered,
the
yeah.
set. They are considered a.
Well, even the starter cards, they numbered them.
Yeah, I think it's a separate numbering system
Yeah.
for the starters, but they're definitely part of it. So.
Going
that's that
back to the Easter eggs and seeing Vampiric History, you thought that was.
I thought it was
another-
rain at first,
Yeah.
but it's just some random vampire.
Yeah. At first you thought it was rain.
And then I do have a brand new one. I just started it. This is for J2 from my box opening and my Patreon alone. So it's almost
you're almost complete.
almost complete.
And
However,
However,
some champions missing,
yeah,
which
okay.
it's going to be a little bit difficult to get. On top of that, the full arts, which are absolutely
Full
amazing.
arts.
These are the opposite side of the champion, basically. So for myself personally, I like to collect 2 of each champion. That way I can display the full art and the text box. Right?
Yep.
So, and then we get into, this is going to be another challenge, the rest of the epics.
Yeah, the
Right,
new
so-
Rook is so nice.
Oh my god, it's gorgeous.
Can't wait for that promo.
The promo coming out for J2, that it's a box topper, so for every box purchased you get a Baruch promo. And then, of course, the start of the foils, which...
that's the start.
That's the start. That's the start, yeah.
The epic angel that I pulled.
Yes. Well, Mackenzie's just so good at pulling angels. So, so that's basically the sets.
Yeah.
Now we're going to get into Patreon.
Okay.
Now, I know you're a Patreon member as well, right?
So I got on Patreon at the right time, like when their first... I think I missed the first set of promos, and then I got onto Patreon, and then the Vault program came out, so I was able to jump into that program, and I was able to slowly get some of the promos I've been missing.
That you were missing, yeah. Because, well, I've been with the Patreon for Haunted Castle since the start.
Right.
So I do have like pretty much every single Patreon promo that has ever been made in my binder. I'm not going to showcase them all.
Is that a filler card?
A what?
You turned the page and there was a filler card. It literally said filler.
It says filler right on it.
Hey, how you doing? We're live streaming. Do you want to hop in, Carl?
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy,
No
Carl.
camera shot?
Speaking of which, one of the game designers, Carl, so he signed this card for me.
Divine Covering.
Divine
Nice.
Covering, yes. Yes. Well, I don't even know where to begin as far as the amount of Patreon cards that I have.
You got too many. We'll leave
Too
it
many.
at
But you do have a couple. You do have some signed cards.
I do have a lot of signed cards, yes.
One of those
so
things
JC Rayner, he's another game designer. I got him to sign quite a few cards.
I know Sid does sign cards. I know some of the artists sign their cards.
The artists. Oh yeah, here's the filler card Mackenzie's talking about. Will just brought me this today. So I actually collect stuff like this for Genesis. I have other stuff that's from the sheets, the uncut sheets.
Yes, uncut. Yeah.
All those reins, are they from the...
These?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from Patreon.
Oh, okay.
The foiled Patreon reins.
A lot of reins.
So my very own card,
Yeah,
because
well,
I did, from winning the championship, I was able to create a card for the game. Yes.
Well, what did you create, Steve?
I am the creator of Necrolich.
Oh, you don't like the card?
I love the card.
I
I have a few other things to say about the card, but we'll save that for another live stream.
So anyway, so Necrolich, yeah, this is the full art one from the championship. Yeah, my name's actually printed on the bottom of the card as being the card creator. Fan favorite from what I'm understanding right now.
Very, very.
So many people love that card. But yeah, so we did the circuit 2 years ago now.
Yeah,
For the circuit.
Yeah. It was before. That was the last thing we did before.
Before COVID hit, yeah. So we had stopped and at the circuit, which was the first one was at Forbes. The second one was supposed to be here.
Yeah.
However, COVID did hit us, and we weren't able to continue it on, unfortunately. However, organized placement, right? So I mean, it's going to kind of take over.
Yeah. So for those of you who aren't aware, that we had sort of the beginnings of organized play was a 4-series circuit leading into
To the championship, yeah.
And not so much, taking standings, but just sort of everyone would meet together because we all play in our own little communities.
Yeah.
We don't always get a chance to meet as a multi-community sort of grouping, right?
Right.
Here in Ontario. Now, as we expand to Europe markets and U.S. markets, it's going to be even harder to.
So now you're looking at potentially going into, say, so you have your locals, and you're going to have regionals, and then nationals, and then even worlds, right? So I mean, hopefully it does progress that far. Whether or not I'll still be competitive at that point, I'm not sure. So this binder here that I'm about to. This is there is a lot of stuff in here that is very dear to me. So basically, I'm going to show this one first. Now this card was printed pre-alpha, and it is signed by Leslie. She is the artist. So.
Pre-alpha angel.
Pre-alpha angel.
Signed by the artist.
By the artist, yes. This was given to me as a gift from a Sid back when Alpha was first launched.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's J on the bottom now.
It does say J, yeah. It's because it's from J. Lara. Like the whole world is J. Lara.
Oh.
Right? So,
Oh, that's why the set is small.
I feel like we need to get a little screw down
Yeah.
case for that one.
I know. And then also two signed by Damian, another one of the artists, the Purifying Wave. It's got his signature on it.
Key card coming these days. Purifying Wave.
It is a key
Erica,
card, right?
Erica,
Which-
really makes that a playable card, and it can be quite the swing of tempo.
Exactly. You're supposed to just hold the cards. Right? So going into some of the other promos like the SkyCon, full art Tsunami, and I actually have it signed by Sid. I do have other copies that are not signed, but Sid was very generous to sign.
I have one. Mine signed too.
Yes.
I got a sign for my birthday.
But I think the the cards that he had printed for SkyCon and for Ragnarok.
Yep.
I think those are roughly either 30 to 50 copies
In existence,
of those cards.
Which
many
is-
lions.
those are just Patreons. Just passing through. So, like when we were holding the championship, he did have different
Two
promos.
versions,
There's
yeah.
two versions. So here's the giant scorpion from the actual championship that was given out to all the players.
Special printing, special paper. It's got a textured paper on it.
Yep.
And those didn't make it to the championship, but they were afterwards. So you would have had to have sort of crossed paths with this.
But there was two different versions because one of them
One of
was
them had a
stamped.
stamp.
Yeah.
Those were on the day of.
The dragon with the Canadian flag there.
That's the
Canadian
Patreon.
flag,
Yep.
yeah.
It was,
Patreon.
he had done this because the game is Canadian based, right? So Sid's straight from Toronto. And yeah, so it's got the actual Canada flag. For Canada Day, it was given to us in the Patreon as well.
Now our Patreon members have grown,
Yes.
so the amount of cards being printed
Printed for the Patreon
for Patreon is becoming more and more. So,
So-
early Patreon members have access to very scarce cards. And then, as we'll see, there's also store promos have been a big part of helping stores sort of get some sales or going or helping promote the sales in the store. So those are also based upon purchasing from that store.
So here is the actual circuit promo that was given out at the very first circuit for my card that I had created, the deck colors.
It's literally my dad's card, and I still don't have
He only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I know. I know,
That
right? I know, right? No, I still don't have one.
So here's the stamped version of the giant scorpion from the championship, which I have.
Oh yeah,
Stamp.
we got some angel ones like that.
Do you want to go into this one next?
Yeah, we can talk about that one. It's the big elephant in the room, right?
Yeah.
So I think he just did his talk on this card.
Yes.
And why don't you share some of your perspective? Because I think there was a unique.
Yeah, so Sid
Yeah.
did make a comment about how from his perspective, it was like the angel of retribution because it's such a fan favorite card, and it's more personal, right? Because it's so well played, right? And a lot of people seek the angel of retribution for their decks, and it's more used than a lot of other cards. However, like it's been printed in alpha, beta. Welcome to J, right? We're going to see it in J2 now, right? However, there's a card that kind of stands in its shadow as far as collectability, right? Okay, so at the, I believe it was SkyCon. It was at SkyCon convention. There was an artist. His name was Simon. It is on the card, but I don't know if you can read it. I forget us.
Simon, yes, Simon.
Simon, yes. So he had this artist, Simon, do an alternate art of a card called Sky. Now, basically, Sky was replaced by
Zamber Dragon.
Zamber Dragon. And Zamber Dragon is not a heavily played card momentarily right now in the meta, right?
Yeah.
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 However, we are seeing some timelines like make this card a little bit more recognized. So, because it's not played as much as the Angel of Retribution, it's not considered as much as a collectible card. Like even aside from say the actual Zambir Dragon that was given out on the Patreon, but there was like oodles of them, right? So I mean,
Right.
However, this one, I'm not going to take it out of the sleeve. I'm sorry if it's blurry, but this card is actually stamped. There is 4 of this card in existence right now. Sid owns one. Rob, who was one of the organizers of SkyCon, the winner of the raffle at SkyCon, Taz, has one, and I have the 4th one. Sorry, actually, mine's number 3 out of 4.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
and
but
I'm
you have one
assuming
of the 4.
he has one, right?
I think so out of
Rob would have 2, and I think Taz has number 4.
something like that.
Something like
Makes
that.
sense.
I got number 3. So, I spent so much money on tickets, and I was swearing at Taz. I'm sorry, Taz. When she won the copy of this at the convention, and I had talked to Simon about whether or not he would be willing to sell his copy of it. And at the time, he was asking a little too much right then and there, right? So, I mean, I had to turn it down, but I did grab his information to contact him afterwards. I never did. However, my wife went behind my back, contacted Simon, and she purchased this card for me for my birthday.
Funniest thing is me, Kim Chatterall with her
With her
when we got
when
them.
you went and saw
Yep.
it, right? So yeah, this is the card. Now, with there only being 4 of these in existence, and I mean there has been a lot of discussions as far as what this card would be valued at,
Right.
just due to the fact that there's only 4 of them in existence.
No, way too much.
Way too much. So I
Way
mean,
too much.
Yeah, there's the fact that there's only 4, right? Like that is the key to some of these. Some of Genesis collectability and some of its value cards are the not the on purpose limited amounts printed to sort of make you buy packs, but just the sort of offhand decisions or just the decisions made to make sort of alternate arts. And I think where we're at right now with foiling coming out and with promos, it's the alternate arts portion of this, right?
Yes.
The Patreon promo alternates, the alternate designs, the changes of colors, all
the
these
change of
things.
the name too,
Change of
right?
the names.
Because I mean, he had how many tickets did you buy?
I
Oh my
wasn't
god! Too many. Like way too many.
Do you have an approximate number?
Oh jeez.
Knowing how much he spent on some of these other things, it was an obscene amount.
And I've seen it. Yeah. Like
You lost
I kept going back and buying more, and then it's like I don't think I made any money whatsoever from vending that thing because I spent it all on buying tickets just to get this card. Right? It was absolutely crazy.
But again, you don't have to play with these, right? So
No,
this
I
is
don't.
what I'm trying to like. What I love about Genesis and collecting it is that I can collect these cards, I can get these alternate arts, I can keep them safe, and I don't have to play with it to in my deck. It's a separate alternate design of something that I could get in another pack or a little bit cheaper, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right. So I mean, like this, like I keep pulling out the promo one, but I mean this is the exact same card. They are the exact same card. However, like the Zambir Dragon, why is it called the Zambir Dragon now?
I don't know.
You don't know? So a little story behind it is that every single summon in this game does not
have a name.
have a name.
Right.
It's a type, right? So whether it's the hunting hound, right, or
Giant Scorpion.
or whatnot. Sky Storm Dragon was the very first card in the game that actually the summon had an actual name
That wasn't a champ.
that
Right.
was not a champion outside of the rest of the summons, which is why he had to decide to change it to just being called the Zambir Dragon. Right? So it's a type of dragon now rather than being Sky. So These actually have Sky written on them, right? So it's
Now there's an alternate version.
there is another version of it. Oh, sorry. So for SkyCon as well,
These were at the booth, right?
these were at the booth. No. I think it was just for those who participated in the tournaments.
In the tournament.
Got
Okay.
these as well. So mine are still sealed in the original wrapping inside a sleeve. These were numbered 1 through 50, and they are actually stamp numbered. And they were given out to participants in the tournament. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure that's how they were handed
Something
out.
like that, yeah. So those two cards, Sky,
Yes.
the alternate forms, those are the only ones that are stamp numbered.
Stamp numbered, yes.
The other
Yeah.
cards,
Any
alternate cards,
other stamped ones are actually just with the date, like
Date.
such as the Patreon promos and the championship dance.
Okay, so you said that the Zambier dragon, I hope I'm saying that right, was originally called Sky. And
Yep.
then it, like, did that have another artwork,
Sorry.
or was it the same artwork, or?
No,
that
they're
was the
different.
original artwork was Sky,
Yes.
and then they changed it from Sky to Samber Dragon.
Yeah, this I believe this here was the original, and then
Oh, right. Okay,
the alternate.
that's the alternate.
This is
sorry.
the alternate. There's only 4 in
So it
existence.
was originally that one, and
Yes.
then it became that one.
It became that one.
So why did they choose not to keep that one there, the Sky Dragon?
Oh,
This-
that art?
because of the name. Oh, because of the art.
No, just in general, why did they change it?
So,
Just
you know?
explain.
yeah, because of the
Yeah.
name, yeah.
Because of the name. Sorry. Because Sky is an actual name of the dragon. It's not a type of the dragon, right?
Everyone who played in a tournament got a copy of Sky, so
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was
Played in
from,
tournament.
from the tournament. Yeah. Thank you. Was that Sid?
Yeah, that was
Okay, thank you, Sid, for reminding me of that. So yeah, so they had to change the name, which makes, I think, those Skies now
Yeah, they are valuable, right? They're
Very
only, you
extremely
had to be
valuable.
in that time,
that
in that
time
spot,
frame at that spot at that time to have
playing
gotten them.
Genesis. Now there are other ways. So I was able to get. I have 2 copies of Sky.
The numbered ones.
The number ones. I was able to get my copies of Sky through an auction type system, which we have had a couple of auctions throughout my time. So since 2018 is when I started playing Genesis. And those auctions are usually a random assortment. I'm sure we could get into some of the larger items that Steveo has, like metal sheets of printing presses
Yes.
and stuff that he has. And some of those things come up too. So not sure if and when another one will come up, but they are something to watch out for.
I would
Oh,
assume.
you have a question?
yeah, we have another comment here about
Yeah.
the Sky Dragon. Technically, Simon Sky was the original, and then I'm sorry, I do not know how to pronounce names.
Damian.
Yeah, Damian wanted
Yeah.
his own, so
Okay, so there you
Oh,
go.
there you go.
So Simon. So basically, this one is the
That's the
original artwork.
4 copies.
4 copies, and then
Alternate.
Damian made an additional artwork. So yes, wow, I got
Okay,
50
cool.
of them, yes. And so I got 22, 43, 17, 12, 27, and that's not all of them. I have more.
You have more
Really?
than that?
I have more than these because the grandma, my mom is
Has
was
some
also there as
Oh,
well,
right.
right? At that tournament. So
Now,
she has
another fan favorite card we haven't talked about is the first anniversary card. So there is a series of anniversary cards in Genesis. So the first anniversary was
Which one?
Vampire Kiss.
The Vampire Kiss, yes. So the full art Vampire Kiss.
quickly before we get off the topic about the
Yes.
dragons there, Ben Trading Cards said he got a foil Zamber.
Foil Samber.
That is awesome.
Well,
Awesome.
Ben, if you're,
You got a buyer.
yeah, maybe we should talk, Ben. Yeah, definitely. Well, we'll see. I mean, as that's from the J2. I'm assuming that he got the foil, obviously, right? So he got them out. So it's
So, so the Vampire Kiss was the first anniversary card,
yep.
and it's one of only, I think, 3 or 4 alpha promos, right? That was alpha or was that beta? No, that was beta.
That was beta.
So there's only 3 alpha promos, one of being the Tsunami full art, the only time that card's been in full art, Tsunami, so far.
Which was promoted at SkyCon.
SkyCon.
It was the first one, yeah.
There was
I
a
believe.
game day promo. Do you have that one?
Probably.
I have it in my binder. There it is. Game
There
day
is.
smoke bomb.
Which was
Another alpha promo.
which store? I think
I think it was
Which
game.
one's that one there?
I don't think that was a store. Was that a store promo?
I believe so. It was for one of the stores.
Oh,
one's
that
that
was
one?
Forbes.
This was at Forbes, yeah, for the
Because
game
yours
day
is
promo.
Giant Scorpion.
Mine actually says Heads or Tails game.
What
Day.
one is that?
Wait,
Smoke
this
bomb.
one, Smoke Bomb. Yeah.
Oh.
So on the bottom it says,
Game. Can we read it?
yeah, game day. Something that's. I don't have my glasses for one.
Smoke
March
Bomb was
11th,
Forbes
game day,
Hobbies
Forbes.
promo.
Forbes Hobbies,
Yep.
yeah. So Forbes Hobbies game day promo.
And then we had Giant Scorpion was your alpha promo.
Yes, which is right here.
And there was also a SkyCon Giant Scorpion as well, right?
Yes, there was a giant scorpion for SkyCon,
And they're both alphas, I believe.
and these are both alpha promos. Yes.
Okay. Flesh and Bones here says, "Hey Genesis, if everyone who played in the tournament got a Sky, how are there only 4? Those 4 were stamped, others aren't."
Oh no, sorry. Okay, that was just the alternate artwork. So the 4 that are stamped 1 through 4
That
are
was
the original artwork.
Right.
But we're
One went
more
to
or less we're more or less calling it the alternate artwork because there was more
There
of
was
the other
more
one.
of the other one. So that one
We're
went
finding
to
it.
specific people. There was one went to the artist, one went to
The owner,
The owner
got one.
yes, and then one went to SkyCon, and one was raffled off.
Yes.
ZW42 says there were 4 originals, so 50 for the championship were a different art, which, yes, that is
Yes,
true.
it was
Right.
a different
That's
artwork.
true.
Flesh and Bones also said I have an entire sheet of J2 foils thanks to Ulysses.
Oh yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I have a full sheet of foils as well that it was given to me from.
All right, everyone just calm down. Full art
They look
this,
so
full art
pretty.
that.
Sorry. So once again, these are the 2 different artworks. So Sid had just informed us that this was the original artwork, where there's only 4 of these in existence. Sid has one. Taz has one who won it at the convention. The convention
raffle.
organizer, I believe his name's Rob, had gotten one. And then Simon, who is the artist, sold this to my wife for me for my birthday.
Yeah.
So, and then this one was the one that was given out to the participants of the tournament that was held at SkyCon. And there's only 50 of these because they're all stamped 1 through 50.
Cool.
So other alpha promos, I think that was it. more or
That was
less,
all for alpha, yeah.
for the alpha. The best card. This card is priceless.
Most underplayed card or never played card.
Never played. This card has never seen play whatsoever. However, it is the most valuable card in the game. It is priceless. Sid's very first business card. Yes, that's how much of an ultimate collector I have. His very first business card.
Hasn't aged a day. Look at
Hasn't
that.
aged today. Yes, look at this gorgeous man right here. Sid. So
ZW42 says I have a foil
Ryukyu rabbit.
Ryukyu rabbit thanks to my J2 Patreon pack.
Nice.
2 more rabbits to go. Mwahaha.
We got some rabbits in the chat. Okay, perfect.
I'm gonna make a lion mane rabbit deck with 50 rabbits. 50 rabbits. That's a lot of rabbits.
You're under G there, aren't you?
I think that deck's going to
Mine
be
made
hopping.
4.
yeah,
It's a
Can't
hopping
say
deck.
it's gonna
a
be
hopping
good,
deck.
but it will be fun.
it'll be fun. Like I mean, we've been playing Lion Mains. So just to show again how much of an ultimate collector I am.
Sure.
So out of booster packs back in Alpha and Beta, every now and then you'll see these kind of cards. So they're basically the ink cards. They got mysteriously slipped into packs by accident, I guess. As you can see, it does have the Genesis on the back of them. But we did pull these out of booster packs. One I think I pulled myself, and the other one was given to me.
It's pretty confusing though. It's just like
Yeah, it's like
What?
it's really weird when you open up a booster pack and you get one of these in it. But I think it's the coolest thing, and I collect stuff like
That's
that. So
really
it's absolutely crazy.
Right, so there is one more that I wanted to see. Where is the special Nubia?
The special Nubia. Okay, so we're going to talk about champions. So the Alpha Champions.
Oh yeah, we have the misprint too, right?
We have misprints. So the 2017 Idris, which is missing her.
Fireball.
No, it
No.
has the fireball. It's
Going to
missing.
the top.
Yeah,
Missing the-
it's missing her action attack of 1. It was misprinted. I think there are many of these in existence, which I believe you can't get them inside these starter kits.
The starter kits?
Yeah.
Another question
Yes.
here. Hey,
Question.
Steveo, do you have a special event on J2 release?
Yeah, we're going to get to that after our discussion. We will be making some announcements. However, this one, I think, to me personally, is a little bit more special because Arthur, one of the original artists, has signed this misprint for me, and I do have quite a few Alpha cards that have been signed by Arthur from the start of the game. Right? He actually visited our store once, and I'm like, "Hey, yeah, sign my
There you go.
bunch
A whole
of cards."
bunch of
I have
signed cards.
pages full of signed cards.
Is
by
that so? The Idris there, is that the only misprinted card that you have? Like that is like missing something on the card?
No, actually, there was a person that had opened up a pack. I'm pretty sure it was. I think it was Ray's, and the cards were all off center. But they lined up perfectly. But the one card bled into the next, and there was a series of 10 of them. And yeah, we made a trade. I gave him some signed Necroliches and whatnot, and he sent me those cards, so they are part of my collection. They might be in these binders if I can have them. But yeah, back to the champions. So yes, there is a few. It's in.
Oh, we got another.
Yeah, we have another comment here.
Oh, man.
I'm really pushing Genesis hard in the U.S. I'm hoping some stores here in Ohio pick it up.
Yes,
That's awesome, man.
that's awesome. So shout out to the community in Ohio. Hopefully they continue to keep growing this game. Here's just a quick show of the.
Yeah, we have a comment from Sid here.
Oh man, I remember when Arthur and I came over the first time, or for the first time. We got so lost, and when we got to the building, it took us 10 or 15 minutes to find the door, LOL.
Was that your old building?
That was at our old store. At my old store, we were actually on the 3rd floor, and you had to go in this little side door and up 2 flights of stairs before we were in this little tiny space kind of thing when we first launched the store. So it's like, which is when I had met a Sid.
Make a lot of sense. There were a lot of doors in that building.
There was. So
These cards.
double-sided back cards. I got a slew of those as well. I think they're pulled out. We'll get back to those in a minute. There she is.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, so another card that.
Here, why don't you just put that one right in my binder right here?
So I'm gonna hold it way over here, so yeah, it keeps it away from.
Hold his hand.
This card, I'm going to state it right now. I want this card to be buried with me. So you remember that, Mackenzie?
I'm sorry.
This card is so dear to my heart.
You could bury him. Give me all his cards.
The good Sir Sid for my
I don't
birthday
think that's
had
what he
given
said,
me
but
because
okay.
I was a huge fan of Nubia at first. I mean, I did do a transition over to Aegis.
Nubia.
Yeah, I know, eh? So he had put together a picture. I should have took it down off the wall to show you. It's a framed picture of Nubia, of this artwork of Nubia. And on the back of the picture that he gave me had every single printing of the Nubia champion. And it also included this. So can you? I don't know if there's a way to focus in it. Can you really? No, don't touch it. No, I'm sorry.
I think you can trust our tech guys.
Okay.
Eating chips back there.
So this card is at when they were designing the game. Before the game even was in print, before Alpha came out, that was the card that they had used to represent Nubia.
Okay, so we have 2 comments here. So, Flesh and Bones says, great cosplay, by the way. That was
Thank you,
awesome.
Flesh and Bones.
Thank you very much,
so
Flesh and Bones. Yes.
I worked really hard on it.
It was it was so awesome. It was really fun to dress up, actually. It was really fun. Except the face paint wasn't very comfortable to wear, but it's face paint.
Yes.
And Genesis Battle of Champions here says, boo, Nubia. Should I take those special Nubias away from you?
No.
I'm
it's just,
entitled to my own opinion.
Yeah, that's right. It's
One side of the coin.
One side of the coin. Right? I mean, Will and I are been taking Idris to the next level as far as competitive play. Nubia, both Nubia and Idris, I think, are probably the 2 top meta champions right now in the game.
Yep, I'm still sitting over here with my Nubia.
So yeah, that's was a very, very special gift from a Sid. As I said, if I have it my way, I want to be buried with that card.
We can make that happen.
And then we'll just jump into the very final ones.
There we go.
Yeah, so these cards too, again, I had to put well, actually not this one. Some of them I had to put a card behind them because these are signed by a Sid. They're the little pieces of paper that he used when they were creating the game.
Those are awesome.
So this one, it actually says Berserker on it, and Conduit Chronos, right? So these were the concepts for the game. So basically, they had it printed out. The little box on the corner that was supposed to represent the awareness, and it had their hit points, etc., etc. So. Sid had dropped off this random box of old cards that he didn't want anymore, and these were in it, right?
Inside that box.
They were inside that box, right? So I had approached him, and I'm like, hey, do you want these back, right? I mean, for sentimental reason, right? But he's like, oh, they're just pieces of paper, right? And it's
No,
like,
not to you.
not to me, they're not. So, I mean, he did sign them for me, so something very close to my heart as far as personal value as for Genesis, right? So back to this one. This is another one of the. Look at that.
Is that Malik?
That is Malik, yeah. But he was called. Read that. Fable the Exile. Yeah, that was Malik's original name.
Oh wow!
So, and again, a double-sided card on the backside, and then I have a Sid sign it on the front. And then one other one. The original Ani. Yeah. So she was called Caster Ruthless Assassin. So these are actual physical cards, like made out of cardboard and everything. But they're all pre-alpha. Pre-alpha.
Those are.
So at the championship, I had an opportunity to see his collection as far as what he has for the vault of the Haunted Castle games, right? And I did get to view and see the other ones, the other versions of those cards. Right? Very cool. So that's the extent of how big of a collector I am. Like, I mean, even I have a full page of the first banned card from Alpha, the Hydroblast, which we will never see again.
The one that got banned.
It's the very first and hopefully probably the
There was a
card.
promo. Yeah, there was a promo.
There was a Patreon promo made around it, but I have.
I thought it was the smoke bomb that got banned.
Nope.
No, it was that one.
Hydroblast was replaced by Gust, and it got errated. So it's all very similar. It's just the mechanics that were based on the push or the trigger or whatever for it ended up being broken, so they had to tone it down.
So
But they didn't have playtesting back then as far as like the feature league and whatnot. You know,
how were the mechanics for this card broken?
so basically, it's like you could push your opponent straight across the board, right?
Really?
It was the free energy. So the energy cost was really low for what it did, and plus we being able to stack it. So when you play the game, energy is coming off the top of your timeline or top of your deck.
Thanks, Richard.
And Aura is coming. It's sort of your magical ability that you have at the beginning.
Yep.
So by switching it from energy to Aura, it actually reduces how much you can push someone back, the number of times.
Yeah.
Right. So you have a finite amount of Aura, so you can't keep pushing people away all the time. Whereas at 3 energy, you can play a lot more of them in your deck, especially at a 4 cheat card.
4 cheat card, yeah. It just got a little too dangerous, so he decided, no, well, we're just going to change the name of the card, make a new one, make it a little bit different and not as broken. So I mean, that's more or less all that I really have to showcase at this point.
Yeah. So Steveo has all of that, and I have one binder. But like I said, I personally, I don't have any sealed product. I'm not collecting for any other purpose than just the sentimental value of having a collection. So
yeah.
For me, it's having a single copy of every card printed in this binder, and at this point, up to this time, I'm only missing 2 printed cards.
Which ones?
The alternate, or the original Sky Dragon, the 1 of 4.
Yep.
And the other one that Sid had printed for his nephew, which is
Yes.
just out of our reach. Right?
Oh, you were able to get another group from the feature league?
Yes, I was.
You
I
did get it?
I did get one, yes.
Nice.
So, yeah. Did you show any future league? Here, I can show. I have them all.
Okay, yeah, you can show yours.
While you guys are looking, Flesh and Bones says, hey, you're doing what you can with what you have.
Yeah.
And Genesis BOC says, all great points about Hyperblast.
Yeah, thank you. Player's guide, even from the 2-player alpha starter kit.
Yeah, so here's just a couple of highlights. You know, you get to know Steveo well enough, order some stuff, come over to the store. He does like to sign his own cards.
Yeah, when am I getting one?
Oh, you don't have one?
No, I don't. When am I getting one? And then you gotta sign it.
Oh, maybe I should duck out of this live stream.
Yeah.
This is just a pet project I'm working on. It's a full page of full art cabuses. I have 6 cabuses, whatever you want. Cabus, tomato, call it what you want. But. And then Future League cards. So Future League cards, if you're part of Future League, you do get participate. You do get a promo, and those promos tend to be alternate. And what we're doing right now is we're doing reverse arts. So there's 9, 10, 11, 12 out so far. They are all in print or playable cards. There's nothing special that you can't play with them. It's just that the art is reversed on them. And starting back in September of 2020, they are a lot less quantity. So there's 8 of the Brooks. I think there's only 10 or 12 of the Al-Ims, and maybe 15 or less of the Bolt Shot.
Yes.
So and then we got more people started showing up too.
Thank you.
Because
I do have all those too.
Yes, you do have all those 3. Yes. What else?
Yeah, I kind of missed out on those because I wasn't partaking in the feature league. However,
I was able to help Steve with
yeah.
it.
So, like, I understand I'm not going to be able to get every single card from here this point forward as far as promos. Like, if there's other stores that happen to get promos,
So these are the store promos. I know my sheets are probably a little blurry, but just to show you, there are 10 store promos out in print right now. Everything going back to Alpha with Heads or Tails and Forbes, all the way through Beta and J, even to special second Heads or Tails one, that is the Death's Champion.
The Death's Champion, yes.
In its original art, in a full art
form,
no border form, right?
Yeah.
So that's a very
I still
special.
have some of these available, so if anybody is interested in getting them,
Yep.
come on down to the store and play.
Yep.
I just I give them out for any participants for in-store play. The same with I think it's the Rabbit, right?
The Rabbit.
The Raikou. This is mine as well.
Yeah. This is Dragon World. Yours with the
World.
Fire.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I had the Fire Cub. Yeah.
That's the only time a Fear Cup and a Rabbit have been in full art.
In
too.
full art. Yeah.
There's also the anime cards. Did you show any of those?
No, I did not.
So thanks to Sid, I was able to finally get my full set of anime cards. Again, these are probably a little bit blurry, and we might take some pictures for the for the edited version. But there's Idris, Malik, and Nubia in anime styles so far. Yes, we'll see if that ever. That was for Anime North.
Anime North,
That
yes.
makes sense.
So Sid demoed the game and showed off Genesis. We ran some events alongside him at Anime North. Oh my god, that was such a fun weekend.
And I have
Crazy.
one signed Little Mouse.
You have one signed Little Mouse.
I think it's by Camellia, the artist.
I don't have an autographed.
There you go.
by
See?
Camilla.
Look at that.
I'm
sure we
you
can
have
work-
something that I don't have. Finally, right? It's
Sure,
like-
we can work something out.
yeah. Do you have Carl's?
I don't.
You could probably get a.
He's right over there.
Straight over
There
there.
Yeah, so that's kind of.
Are you in between games, Carl? Come say hi. You come say hi once. We have another special guest in the store today with us. One of the game designers. I don't know, just tuck in behind us or something like that. Wave. Just give a huge wave. Carl, he frequently visits the store, helps teach the game, which is absolutely awesome. So yeah, here's another signed card by Carl. So yeah, you ever want a card signed by Carl? Come on down whenever he drops by.
Also, the penmanship of the codex, right? You're the guy writing the codex.
He's writing the story.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know if it's ghostwriting or
Oh.
what it is.
Nice.
I'm not creating the story, right?
Oh my god.
Sid's creating the story. He gives me an outline, and then I.
You're putting.
You're putting it into words.
You're
so,
breathing
right?
into it to make it more.
Yes.
Slow
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Really cool.
My
He
dad's
knew
off
that was
100
a
now,
weakness
so
of his,
thinking
so
about it. So we're
it's
gonna
a
have to
strength
call
of
it.
mine.
It's awesome.
You're doing a phenomenal job.
It's a lot of fun.
You gotta keep it up. Yeah. Go to the website, look up the lore for Battle of Champions, and read this storyline because, yeah, it's incredible. Like, absolutely amazing. You guys are doing such a great job.
Bye.
Okay, so we're going to say bye
Bye,
for now.
street
We're going to
people.
continue filming, so there'll be a little bit further discussion on it. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Give us a like. Check us out. Heads or Tails Gaming, 131 Erie Ave, Brantford, Ontario. Huge match shout out really quick to a Sid and Haunted Castle Gamings. Love this game, buddy. Keep up the great work. To the incredible design team, Carl, JC, Alex,
Lionel.
and Lionel as well. You guys just keep progressing forward, and we're going to keep playing it and keep loving it, collecting this game as Will and I are.
Yep.
So from MackAttack, our guest Will Kemp, and now our great
Second
friend
guest.
Carl, and myself, Steveo the Gamer, we bid you a good night.